August 24th, 2021. This is really, really interesting. With Governor Cuomo, apparently they're saying last day was yesterday, and they swore in some woman, but he granted clemency to some bank robber from 1981. But look at, pointing out the photos. The one photo is a black and white photo. Excuse me, and in the background, the signage above the building looks like it's more 30s and 40s. Decade, it's century 19, but decade 30, 40, not decade 19, not decade 70 or 80. I mean,
thank heaven. Overnight, Kathy Hochul was sworn in as New York's governor. She is the state's 57th governor, the first woman to hold the job. She was sworn in at 12:01 after former Governor Cuomo's resignation took effect. There will be a ceremonial swearing-in event later this morning. She plans to spend her first day in office meeting with legislative leaders and speaking to the public this afternoon for the first time as governor. On his final day in office, Cuomo granted clemency to one of the gang members behind the infamous and deadly Brinks armored truck robbery of 1981. David Gilbert was the getaway driver of a politically motivated ambush in Rockland County that killed 2 officers and 1 guard. Currently, he's serving 75 years to life. Gilbert will be granted a parole hearing in the coming weeks. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the roads, rails, and your AccuWeather forecast.
No idea what it means. I just know.
Granted a parole hearing in the coming weeks.
Watch the first car.
Take a look at the roads, rails, and your AccuWeather forecast.
Celebrating 35 years of performance with our most thrilling lineup. Don't miss limited time offers at the Acura Summer Performance event going on now.
Lease the 2021 Acura ILX for $239 a month for well-qualified customers. Visit your local Acura dealer today.
That's a quick flash forward between when I first arrived in century 19, decade or deca 70, which is 70, and then where I am now, which is century 20, deca 20. The cars, the design of the car, the shape of the car, the materials in the car, inside and out, have changed substantially, which is weird because normally if it's a human-made process, the industry and the equipment to make more equipment wouldn't change so significantly in such a small span of time over just a few decades. There's some process which is speeding up the equipment ability to make things more Air Force, like aerodynamic, because the humans were like at a go-kart speed. And for them to come up with these products, get them created, and then disseminate the products would have taken a lot longer had it not been for their increased communications and travel standards with air flight and aviation involved, which is part of the problem with why there's such a break in so many areas and such a population explosion and a population rerouting, and now an even bigger problem as to how to take it all away. And how to tell people that rerouted themselves somewhere they don't belong, that they don't belong and they gotta go somewhere else. Usually it's easier to prevent the mass migration before it happens than it is to resettle something in a place that it doesn't belong. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cataruza. It's August 24th, 2021.